Have you ever stopped to notice how many things you touch every single day are wrapped in rubber? From toothbrushes and frying pans to bicycle grips, power tools, and suitcase handles, rubber shows up again and again. It feels so normal that we rarely question it. But rubber didn't end up on handles by accident. Its story is tied to science, industry, and even a few historical accidents. So today, let's explore why rubber became the go-to material for handles and how history helped put it there, right here, on History of Simple Things. Before rubber entered the picture, handles were made from whatever materials people had available. Wood was common because it was easy to shape and felt warmer than metal. Bone and horn were also used for knives and tools. Metal handles existed too, but they had obvious downsides. They became slippery when wet, uncomfortable in cold weather, and dangerously hot near fire. For centuries, people accepted these limitations because there simply wasn't a better alternative. That began to change in the 18th and 19th centuries, when Europeans encountered natural rubber, also known as latex, harvested from rubber trees in South America. Indigenous communities had been using rubber for centuries, making balls, waterproof fabrics, and containers, but early rubber products confused European manufacturers. Natural rubber became sticky in heat and brittle in cold, making it unreliable for everyday use. Everything changed in 1839 with a discovery that was, in many ways, an accident. Charles Goodyear, an American inventor, discovered vulcanization, a process where rubber is heated with sulfur. This transformed rubber into a stable, elastic, and durable material that could withstand temperature changes. Suddenly, rubber wasn't just interesting, it was useful. As the Industrial Revolution accelerated, factories needed tools that were safer, more efficient, and easier to control. Workers were using metal tools for long hours, often in harsh conditions. Slipping tools, hand fatigue, and vibration-related injuries were common. Vulcanized rubber offered a solution. When applied to handles, it improved grip, reduced shock, and made tools easier to use for extended periods. Rubber handles began appearing on industrial tools, machinery controls, and safety equipment. The rise of electricity in the late 19th and early 20th centuries gave rubber another critical role. Rubber is a natural electrical insulator, meaning it resists the flow of electric current. As electrical tools and appliances became more common, insulating handles became essential. Rubber-coated grips helped protect users from electric shocks, especially when combined with proper internal insulation. This cemented rubber's place in tool design, not just as a comfort feature, but as a safety necessity. But grip remains rubber's most obvious advantage. Rubber has a high coefficient of friction, which means it resists slipping better than smooth materials like metal or polished plastic. When you grip a rubber handle, it slightly deforms under pressure, increasing contact with your skin. That added friction makes the object feel more secure in your hand, even if your palms are sweaty or the handle is wet. This is especially important in environments like kitchens, workshops, and sports settings. A knife slipping during food prep or a wrench sliding mid-turn isn't just annoying, it can be dangerous. Rubber helps reduce those risks by staying grippy under conditions where other materials fail. Another reason rubber became dominant is its ability to absorb shock and vibration. During the 20th century, As power tools became widespread, engineers noticed a problem. Vibration traveling from tools into users' hands caused fatigue, numbness, and long-term injuries. Rubber's elastic structure absorbs and disperses energy, reducing how much vibration reaches the body. This made rubber handles especially valuable in construction, manufacturing, and transportation. Bicycle handlebars, jackhammers, drills, and even lawn equipment benefit from rubber grips that protect the user's hands and joints. Over time, this wasn't just a comfort upgrade, it became part of ergonomic design standards. Rubber also provides thermal insulation, another lesson learned through experience. Metal handles conduct heat quickly, which is why bare metal cookware handles can cause burns. Rubber slows heat transfer, giving users a buffer between their hands and hot surfaces. While rubber isn't immune to heat damage, it offers far better protection than exposed metal, especially for short contact. As consumer products expanded in the mid-20th century, rubber found its way into everyday household items. Toothbrushes, pens, kitchen utensils, and cleaning tools began incorporating rubber for comfort and control. Designers realized that people naturally preferred objects that felt secure and gentle in the hand. Rubber allowed manufacturers to shape handles ergonomically, adding contours, textures, and flexibility that rigid materials couldn't provide. Durability also played a role in rubber's popularity. While it feels soft, rubber is remarkably tough. It resists cracking, splintering, and corrosion. It holds up well against moisture and repeated stress, making it ideal for items that are constantly handled, dropped, or exposed to water. Unlike wood, it doesn't rot. Unlike metal, it doesn't rust. And unlike brittle plastics, it doesn't easily shatter. So when you look at a rubber handle today, you're seeing the result of centuries of trial, error, and innovation. What started as a curious natural material became a cornerstone of modern design through industrial need, scientific discovery, and human experience. Rubber earned its place on handles not because it looks nice, but because it solves real problems: grip, safety, comfort, and control. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.